Building a massive log cabin by hand, 3 months in. If you've been following along, the previous year we chopped down a lot of trees by hand and we let them dry, and once they're dry we were able to move them to the log cabin site. Now we measured out the perimeters. Log cabin is going to be about 30 feet by 30 feet, so pretty darn big. Now we're setting in the concrete pads. We're using about 5 of these on each side to help with weight distribution. The reason I went with concrete pads is they're already set and dry. I don't have to wait like a month or so to dry them during the winter, so they're already made and already available, so I went with them. Now I'm making a quick shelter. This shelter is, I heard there's a storm gonna come, so I built this quick shelter out of scrap so I can store my tools nice, keep them nice and dry, and also have somewhere to eat and sleep close to the cabin. Now we get out a water level so we can measure each of the piers and make sure they're all the same level. Worked out pretty well. Now we're splitting our first log in half. Now we split it in half, 2 parts on each side. You're using a shorter log to make, more length out of it. And they're still pretty manageable, so I can move them by hand and lift them. All worked out very nicely for our first little layer. Now we built a tripod. Now this tripod is used in conjunction with the chain hoist so we can lift up these bigger, heavier logs. We tried our first notch. Notch was alright, worked out well, but we're still learning as we go. Now I keep notching these big old logs. This is a huge log, by the way, one of the biggest. And it's going well so far. Now these logs are so big, each log I add on adds about 1.5 feet of extra height. So each log is a decent bit of progress. Now you may notice these logs are kind of short on one end and fat on the other. Now these aren't the best logs for log cabin building. They're very crooked, they have a lot of notches in them, and they're very tapered. So I have to have big old gaps in between each of these logs for them to fit correctly. I also don't have a ton of these giant massive logs either, so I gotta use them as effectively as I can and get as much height out of each one as possible. I'm just gonna use a really good red clay mixture for each of the gaps. I think it's going to work out good. A lot of early pioneer cabins did the same thing when they had limited supplies, and they still had great log cabins, so I think it's going to work out great. Now I also have to apologize. I haven't been as active recently in these past 2 months, and that's because I'm a full-time student at a school 6 hours away, and my grades were kind of tanking from this, so I had to focus more on the grades and get them up. But we're out for summer now, so we should be able to get more progress done. This is from March, this last clip. And May now, so we'll see as much we can do this summer. Now if you enjoy this project, remember to like and follow for more. Also, thanks to those who stuck with me throughout this project. It really means a lot, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching.